Hi everyone, Stepan here. I'm gonna play another training game and I'm gonna go d4 again. Excuse the technical difficulties in the last one. I've plugged in my laptop, it should be okay now. My opponent plays d5. Let's go c4 in this one. I played the London in the last game and yeah, again, I don't want to play my main repertoire that I'm going to be playing in the tournament that's coming up, so c4. Okay, knight c3. My opponent plays the Slav. Knight f6, knight f3. Let's see what happens. I always play e6 in this position, but other moves are possible. Okay, g6. This is the Grunfeld sort of, but without c5. What do I want to do here? I mean, I could take on d5. I could also go bishop f4 or bishop g5. I'm just gonna take on d5. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm giving his knight the c6 square, but I think this should be okay. I'm not too familiar with the theory after bishop f4 or bishop g5, so I'll just try to keep things simple. I'll go bishop f4 here. If queen b6, I'm gonna go queen b3 actually. Okay, e3 seems normal. If knight h5, bishop g5. If queen b6, queen b3. Now, should I go h3 here? I could also go rook b1 on queen b6 and on bishop f5, bishop d3. So I'm gonna go h3. I don't want my bishop to be harassed unnecessarily. Bishop d3, knight b4 seems annoying. So a3. I could have also developed my bishop to e2, but I want to keep my options open and I definitely want to prevent knight b4. If knight a5, I still have time for if knight a5, I still have time for b4. And on knight c4, queen b3 maybe. Although a3 may be a waste of time, but I was afraid of knight b4. I wanted my bishop on d3. On queen b6, I still have rook b1, bishop f5, bishop d3. The goal is to prevent e5. That's the main goal, because if e5 is played, this bishop becomes active. If I can prevent e5, I should be slightly better. And obviously this bishop is better than this one, so that's what I'm playing for. I'm claiming that my f1 bishop is better than the bishop on g7. Now this seems risky. I don't know what the purpose of bishop b7 would be, so he's probably trying to play bishop a6 after a5. So should I just go b4 here, preventing knight a5 and threatening bishop b5. I like b4. b4, bishop b7, bishop b5. I don't want to allow knight a5. But if I go b4, he can go a5. And then I go b5, the knight goes to a7. It seems okay. Yeah, I like b4. I'm gonna go b4. I don't want to allow knight a5. I'm claiming space this way, preventing knight a5. I'm not afraid of a5 because of b5. And it feels like this knight is kind of stranded now. He should go knight d7 probably. But then I have queen b3. I'm gonna have to be careful about this diagonal, but still knight d7 seems to be the best move. Knight d7 takes, e5 takes, knight takes. Oh, no, he doesn't have knight d7 because I'm my queen defense. Okay. So now bishop e2 or bishop d3. Maybe bishop e2. I'm not sure which is better and why. I want to go rook c1 and castle, and I also want to go knight e5 after I've finished my development. So now knight d7, knight d5, e5 takes, knight takes. Scary. Okay, my bishops are definitely better than his. That much I can say with absolute certainty. In fact, both his bishops are kind of weird. Okay, e6. Now I'm not afraid of anything. e6 isn't a good move. e6 doesn't do anything. In fact, it restrains his pieces some more, weakens the kingside structure on the dark squares some more. What's the idea? If he plays f5, then I have bishop c4 and queen b3. This seems dreadful for him. I don't know. I think this is no good, so I'm just gonna take. It will take him some time to get to d5. Okay. So I can go rook c8. And he probably has to take with the queen. And then I have bishop d6. I could also consider bishop g5 and give him the bad bishop pair. So rook c8, queen c8, bishop d6. If rook e8, I have bishop b5. If queen d8, I can take it and go queen c2. Okay, I like that, I'm gonna do that. If he takes with the knight, I'm just gonna go queen c2, provoking f5. Okay, queen takes, now bishop d6. I don't want to allow the knight into d5. Okay. Queen takes, bishop takes, queen b1, f5, bishop c4. Seems good. But does he have e5? On queen c2 he has rook c8, on queen b1 he has e5. I am gonna go queen b1 anyway. On f5 I go bishop c4. Okay, e5 is good, e5 has to be good. So pawn takes, queen takes. Oh, bishop takes. That's interesting. He wants to move the bishop back and play queen e5. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Okay, so let's just give myself the option to defend the h2 square, and then we go on from there. So rook d1 seems to be a normal move. He's playing very quickly. I cannot go knight c4 because if rook takes, queen takes, bishop a6. But I can go knight b3, looking at the d4 square. Okay, I'm gonna go knight b3. I like knight b3. I think I'm pretty safe as long as the bishop on b7 is blocked. Although, he could have bishop b8, queen d6, or queen c7, and then bishop c8 on g3. But I always have bishop f1. Yeah, I don't have anything here. In fact, I'm probably slightly worse. And I don't see a way to get to the light squares. Should probably go queen c2. With the idea of queen c4 and then remaneuvering my pieces. If the bishop moves, I have knight d6, knight d4, and on the queen battery, g3 bishop f1 should defend everything. My knight and bishop cover the back rank. Okay. How is this endgame looking? I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, I shouldn't be worse after this. So bishop takes, b5 is my idea, and knight d4 c6 is my idea next. So b5, if bishop d5, then knight d4. If bishop d6, then a4. Yeah, I think this should be good. I want to get my knight into c6 and just have a better light squared bishop if I can. and then get my king to c3 probably. If he plays bishop e6, I need to be, or if he plays bishop c8, I need to be aware that I don't have bishop d5. Okay. I need to march my king into this position. I need to control c5. I cannot control e5. He wants to play f5. But if he plays f5 here, I have bishop g8. So let's start moving forward. Wait, bishop g8 doesn't work? Bishop g8, h6, yeah, it doesn't work. Bishop g8, h6, bishop h7, king f7 loses the bishop. So let's move on up. That would work on king d6, but then he has bishop d5. Okay, prevents knight d4. So now if I move my knight, I'm threatening bishop g8, but he has bishop d5. He has bishop d5 anyway. Okay, I think I have to go knight d4. Knight d4, king c5, bishop g8. Knight d4, bishop d4, bishop d4 seems okay. Knight d4, bishop d5, bishop d5, king d5, king c3, king c5, a4 is not good. I cannot give up my knight. So I think I have to go knight d4. Knight d4, bishop d5 is what worries me. But I could go king c3 instead of taking, so I'm gonna do that. And if he goes king c5, I'm gonna go bishop g8. I need to prevent his king from coming in if I can. And by playing bishop d5, he's giving away the c6 square. So on bishop d5 takes, knight c6, a6 I can take. So takes, knight c6, bishop, where does the bishop go? Yeah, I'm going for this. Ah, smart. smart. Because on a6 I could have taken. Okay. So I think I have to go a4 here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to go a4, king c4, king c2. And then what worries me is bishop h2 and bishop g1. Okay, but he's going that way. That doesn't worry me as much. So now he doesn't have bishop h2, bishop g1, which makes the position safe for me. Let's go king c2. And now, after king b3, I think I'm the one playing for a win. Although I'm not sure. I always have knight takes a5. He's gonna have to be very careful about this. Okay, let's just go g3 first. If I play g3, I'm not risking anything. Next I want to go knight b8, knight d7 and get the c4 square for my king. And I also need to play quickly. I need to get my king into c4. I'm trying to make it hard to put pressure on the e3 pawn. I don't see a way for him to target e3 for the moment. And I needed to give my knight another outpost on f5 to guard the pawn on e3. So now once the bishop moves, I have knight e7, knight f5, and if an exchange ever happens on e3, my knight is guarding the only weakness and still preventing possible infiltrations. Why do I only have a minute on the clock? If I can play knight b8, I'm forcing the bishop back to d8. And I think I'm going to be able to play knight b8. Okay, so takes. Now as I said, I have knight e7 now into f5. Knight e7, he plays king c5. This prevents knight b8. Wait, what's the pawn endgame like? Wait, the pawn endgame could be winning. Knight takes, king takes, king c4. Yeah, the pawn endgame is winning. Knight takes, king c4, I'm in. That's it. Knight takes, king c4. I'm playing king d4 next. He doesn't have a move. This is a winning pawn endgame. Yeah, he blundered into a lost king and pawn endgame with... Ah, no, no! No! He has f3! Ah, Stepan, you absolute moron. Oh. I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I see f3? What's wrong with me? I'm so upset. Okay, it's better for this to happen in a training game than in an actual game. How could I miss f3? I assumed he has to trade or e3. Okay, now let's look at the first critical position, or the last critical position. Now here I, of course, should have gone knight e7 check. And on king c5, knight f5. Maybe this is still drawn. Okay, let's not be sore losers or sore drawers. Okay, so bishop f4, knight c6. This is all still theory. e3, bishop g7, h3 castles. a3 has only been played once. Bishop d3 is the main move, but I'm not sure what to do against knight b4. Let's see. Bishop d3. Knight b4 has never been played. Why? What's wrong with knight b4? Just bishop b1. Okay. Let's have a look at the game. Normal stuff. This is correct. Rook takes is correct. Bishop d6 is bad. Yeah, I should not have gone for this plan. This was a bad plan. I should have just gone knight c4 into d6. It's equal. And worse after I take on e5. Wow. Yeah, I should have advanced and taken on e4. Okay. b5 loses. Yeah, knight d4. I should have played knight d4 before he got the chance to do something. Bishop g8 doesn't work. How does bishop g8 work here? Ah, I can play h4. I didn't want to play h4 because of bishop f6. Yeah, I knew that this was a draw, but I didn't want to draw. So I got into a losing position. Yeah, he should have played king c4. Jesus, I'm so bad. This is an incredibly bad endgame. Why is this so losing? Why is this so bad? What if I go knight b8? He just sacks immediately. And 97 is still losing for white. So luckily for me, I blundered into this draw. Why didn't I see f3? Okay, so my mistake was playing bishop d6. On knight c4, I'm on the d6 square. And let's say he prepares rook c8. He cannot play it. Knight d5, bishop h2. My knight seems kind of stranded. Okay. Yeah, after bishop d6 it's equal, and then by taking on e5 I actually got a worse position. So I should have gone d5, and on bishop takes, knight takes. And this is completely symmetrical. This was incredibly bad. This was a very, very bad game. Okay. Sorry about this. Let's have a look at h4 again. So h4, and I have no moves. If I go knight b8, he immediately goes bishop d4. Yeah, and that's it. This was very bad. I didn't even look at bishop d4. I mean, I had it somewhere in the back of my mind. I had the option, and I think at some point I said he could sacrifice the bishop, but I didn't think it worked immediately. Oh, I got away with this one. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.